And now an NBC special presentation. Dolly Parton hosts country superstars of the 70s. Business and helping a stranger, it becomes your way. Country is living in the city, knowing your people and knowing your kind. Country is just what you make it. Oh, yeah. Country is all your mind. Country is working for a living, thinking your own cause, loving your town. Country is teaching your children, finding out what's right and standing your ground. Country is having a good time, listening to the music and singing your part. Country you lead. Country is where it all starts. Country is knowing your neighbor, long-legged women, good old boys. Country is playing some bluegrass, picking and grinning just for joy. Country is singing with your buddy, harmony flowing all through the night. And country is forgetting your troubles. Country does, you know, make everything right. Country is loving all the glitter, meeting all the people, shaking their hands. Country is eating all the good things, grits and gravy, chickpeas and ham. Country is having a good joke, having a good time, flashing a smile. And country is writing a hit song. Country sure keeps you in style. Country is being honest with your friends and not worrying about what you say. Country is basking in the sunshine, breathing in sweet smell of hay. Country is having all the good things, not worrying about what you may bring. Country is the reason we're together. Country is in all of our hearts. Country is why we're together. Country is in our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you very much. I am really glad to be here tonight to enjoy with you and to celebrate country music. Some people call it, some experts call it, indigenous American music. But when I grew up in Plains, Georgia, when we asked for music, we got country music. Musicians coming out of the South, like the late Mother Maybelle Carter, brought with them songs that had been sung and played for centuries. These were songs that were played for entertainment by people who had to sing them themselves. They were songs that came out of the people's own hearts. Some of those tunes, even some of the words, had been with them since medieval times. Others were composed in this country as people walked through the southern mountains or rode on a horse or in the back of a mule wagon or sat beside a campfire in the western plains. The good songs were passed down from generation to generation because they told stories of how ordinary people lived and felt and loved. As people moved to the cities, they wrote different songs about their own new feelings and new experiences. But even in our day, country music has remained people music. Now it's sometimes composed on kitchen tables or in a hotel room or even riding along in a pickup truck or on Greyhound buses or in an 18-wheeler. Today, all kinds of people listen and love country music. Country music is about all kinds of experiences. Sad times and bad times, wasted lives, dashed dreams, the dirty dog that took advantage of you. But it also celebrates the good and the permanent times. Home and family, faith and trust, love that lasts for a lifetime, and sometimes, I admit, love that lasts just for one good time. It's as universal as tears, and it's personal as a baby's smile. The country in country music is America. Like jazz and the blues, country music has become a bridge of understanding and goodwill and friendship from our country to other nations. And so have many of its top talent and top artists. I want to thank the great performers who've come here tonight to benefit Ford's Theater. Many of these performers come from cities and towns that are large and as cosmopolitan as Plains, Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man in black, Mr. Johnny Cash.
You cannot stand on this stage without sensing the presence of the man who was struck down in that box on the evening of Good Friday, April 14th, 1865. Abraham Lincoln was a country boy, a wilderness boy, Carl Sandburg called him, who found far lights and tall rainbows to live by. And he loved music, even though he couldn't carry a tune, and he admitted it. He had a close friend, a banjo player from Virginia, Shenandoah Valley, and he sang and played for the president at those moments when Lincoln needed the brightness or the sadness of a song. Country songs they were mostly. Doo-dah, Nellie Bly, Cooney in a Holler, and Susanna Don't You Cry. And the president had a sense of the propaganda value of songs, like this one written by Stephen Foster and used as a rallying cry for thousands of volunteers into the Union Army. If you look up all our valleys where the growing harvest shine, you may see our sturdy farmer boys forming into line, and the children from their mothers' knees are pulling at the weeds and learning how to reap and sow against their country's needs. And the farewell fruit stands weeping at every cottage store. We're coming, Father Abraham, 300,000 more. We're coming coming our union to restore. We're coming, Father Abram, 300,000 more. And come they did, to march to a song to the tune of John Brown's Body, and these powerful words written by the gentle poetess Julia Ward Howe. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. And just 5 days before Abraham Lincoln came here to Ford's Theater, in the midst of what must have been his most joyful moment, again a song played a key role. Robert E. Lee had surrendered and Washington City went mad. Thousands jammed onto the lawn in front of the White House, and the president appeared in a window to acknowledge the cheers. They wanted a speech, but he had no speech. Yet here was an opportunity to begin to bind up the wounds, to repair the house divided. And he called to a band in the crowd to play a song written by a northern minstrel man named Dan Emmett. Ooh, I wish I was in a land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away. Oh, look away, my Dixieland. In Dixieland, where I was born, early on, across the morning. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Then I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland, I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. From Ford's Theater in Washington, that's the 1970s, and our celebration of country music. Good night to everyone across the nation, and good night, Mr. President.